Okay, so this is a general evaluation of the whole project and what I think about it as a whole. So from the very start of the project, which was back in July, September of last year, sort of the end of year 12 to beginning of year 13, we decided that we were going to do a music video, and that Jack and Joe in our group, with the help of James, who's not in our group, but he did the vocal talent for our music, we're going to make the actual music ourselves instead of using another band's piece, because we thought then we have more control over it. And they wanted to do it. They wanted to make the music, and I said, yeah, that's fine, as long as they get it to a reasonable standard. Obviously, I didn't make the music, but I had input into it. I said what I thought worked well and what didn't. It I generally quite like the music. It's good. It's got a lot of pace to it. It's quite nice to edit to, and once I sort of started hearing it, I got like an image in my head what I wanted, like the whole way through. I've been thinking of ideas. I've been thinking camera angles, sorts of things we can use. Then when it came to storyboarding, we got those ideas onto paper and we changed them and we tweaked them and we played about with ideas and went through a massive process of different ideas we could use. And once we actually found the locations, though, it really helped us sort of visualize and get it down on to what we wanted. Especially the opening bit where they sort of appear and reappear. I thought that would look quite good in that location, and like the Steadicam idea and stuff. We kind of developed around the location what we could and couldn't do, and the lighting with the cars as well, because we were really worried about lighting because we wanted to set it at night so to give it a darker, grungy feel. But again, you've got to think about the lighting, because obviously there's no power where we had it. There was no accessible power, so we thought, well, if we get cars up there, we can change the lighting, we can play about with it, we can affect different things, we can have it on main beams, so we got like the band quite lit up. And I mean, it didn't quite pan out to have the lighting change, because when we changed it, it got too dark. But that was what we thought. That's the idea we came up with. We have had issues. There was quite a few issues with the music to begin with, because the software they were using, um, it didn't allow them to do certain things that they wanted to, and it took them a long time to kind of record it and put it together. So it kind of did slow down our project. But once we got past that initial stage of the problem and the music being in the way, well, not in the way, but being an issue, once we got it to that, it was fine, and we got past it. And it generally, once we got past that, it was fine. It was clear sailing. And then we did have some issues with the filming. We filmed the narrative, and we had a lot of problems with lighting when we first filmed the narrative, and then we went back and filmed it again. And then the SD card that we had it on in my camera, because it works off SD cards, it got corrupted. All the files got corrupted, so we had to film it a third time, which is what is in the actual project now, and we're really happy with it. But it was just like, it was a real frustration, because we had to go back and film it and film it, and it was slowing up our editing process. And at that time we spent a long time editing, and then we kind of went, well, now we got cut out about half of it just to fit this new narrative in. And because of that, we worked even harder. We tried to get around the problem. We solved it. We came together as a group, and we worked really hard on it, and we got all the shots we wanted. We did all of what we wanted. It was slowing us down. It was stopping us from editing. But then, because we've got my Mac, we were able to edit outside school, so it gave us more opportunity than rather than just in school, just in those like 5 hours of the day. We were able to say edit on the weekend or edit after school. So kind of, although we did have some problems with the actual footage and getting it onto the editing software, it it gave us more leeway to work with. So if we did have problems, we could go around them. We could actually work past them. So, and the overall result, I'm really happy with. I think obviously we did have some issues with lighting in some shots, but we've managed to get past them. We didn't have to do massive reshoots, which was good. generally it worked really well. I'm quite happy with the result from the Steadicam, although we did have initially some shaky shots once I got used to filming with it and moving steady and slowly. The shots kind of evened out and they were quite smooth, and generally I think the whole thing works well. The editing comes together, and from our feedback that we've got, obviously people really like it and they think it works well, and it works with the music. It's not like there's two separate things. Like there's the music and the video. They're like one thing together, and I think that really shows. I'm really happy with it.